Alright, I think we'll get started, Jade, together. There's heaps of love hearts coming up. I don't know whether you're pressing it. I'm not sure. Okay, so today's session is reducing overwhelm. So the reason I chose this topic today is because especially here in Australia and in Queensland at the moment, some of the restrictions are lifting. So, we've kind of gone from, just being completely free and doing whatever we want to potentially losing our jobs, social distancing, social isolating, spending maybe a little bit more time indoors, away from society, and, adjusting to that self-isolation. And now all of a sudden, especially in Queensland, some of the restrictions are lifting, and this can be quite overwhelming because we might have...
You are to make a mistake.
Sorry, I had some yoga music on, but seems to be an ad. So, where was I? So yes, some of the restrictions are lifting, and we have some kind of external pressures around us now, which can be work pressures, like maybe we have to go into our workplace now rather than working from home. We have pressures such as job pressures, like maybe you lost your job and there's a bit more pressure on you to find a job at the moment. I don't know. Maybe you've got social pressures. So, now that we can socialize with one or two people, there's that added social pressure of everyone wanting to catch up all of a sudden. So I'm personally feeling it myself. I was working from home most of the time, and now I have to go to a workplace 2 days a week. So I'm feeling that pressure of, having to go to work, drive to work, factor that into my day, talking to people, being quite surrounded by that, all that talk about the coronavirus and things like that. And I've noticed that has impacted me mentally and physically. I find it can be quite draining. So it's just becoming aware and tuning in to what's going on for you at the moment, and just taking some time out to acknowledge that and respect that, and taking some time to do some things to reduce your overwhelm. So first of all, we're just going to start. I'm just going to reveal 3 hot tips for reducing overwhelm that you can implement into your day, and then we're going to spend the rest of the time doing some nice gentle movement. So my 3 hot tips for today are breathing. So just becoming conscious of the breath. It's a really simple tool. You can do it anywhere. Sometimes I recommend to my clients to do it in the bathrooms at work. So, if you're working all day and you're feeling quite overwhelmed, then, you can take some time away, go outside, or even go into the bathroom and just taking 10 conscious breaths. So just breathing in and out through the nose, and really thinking about the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. So that's one easy tip. Another one is legs up the wall. So if you're at home, or if you've come home from work, or maybe the kids are running around like crazy and you need a little bit of a break, then we do this yoga exercise. I've showed it before in one of my sessions, and you just lie against the wall with your butt up against the wall and your legs up the wall. It's a really calming posture, and just laying there for a few minutes and breathing. And then the third tip is, and I absolutely love this one, is getting a bucket, filling it with warm to hot water, placing some lavender oil in the bucket, and then popping your feet in the bucket. So just sitting on the couch, make yourself a nice cup of tea, pop your feet into the bucket, and the lavender oil has a really calming effect, and it just makes such a difference, even just with that warm water, like now that the weather's getting a little bit cooler. Yeah, I absolutely love doing that. And you can even chuck in some Epsom salts or some magnesium and things like that for that extra calming effect. G'day Steph Boris, thanks for joining. Okay guys, so we'll get started with some movement. So all you're going to need today is a yoga mat preferably, and we're just going to do about 8 to 10 minutes of movement. So we're just going to start on our backs in Happy Baby. So drawing the knees into the chest, and Happy Baby is just how you'd imagine a happy baby. So popping your feet up towards the sky and then grabbing the feet if you can reach, and just rolling on the back and taking some nice deep breaths here. Really tuning into the breath. Releasing the back. Just loosening up the hip flexors and the back. And then coming up to a sit. Rolling over onto all fours. And then we're going to move into downward dog straight away. So we're going to press back here. So popping the toes on the ground, hands shoulder distance apart, and then just pressing back into downward dog, and just taking a couple of breaths in downward dog. You can pedal the feet here, or you can twist the hips from side to side, whatever feels good for you. And on the next inhale, coming into plank, and on the exhale, going back into downward dog. And inhale, plank.
I'm modest about this, but I believe you're really fighting.
Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. So really just moving with the breath. Exhale, downward dog. And inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. And this time we'll do a Chaturanga. So inhale into plank, exhale Chaturanga. Inhale Cobra. And exhale downward dog. And we'll do that same routine again. Inhale plank, exhale Chaturanga. Inhale Cobra, small stretch of the spine. And then exhale downward dog. And one more time. Inhale plank, exhale down. Inhale opening the chest and come up a little bit higher. And exhale downward dog, and taking a couple of pedals of the feet. And downward dog, breathing in and out through the nose. And on the next inhale, drawing the right leg up and back and bringing the right foot in between the hands, coming up to Warrior One. So we pop the left foot on the ground at the back. We're leaning into that right leg. If it's comfortable for you, joining the hands above the head. And just taking a couple of breaths here. You can either stay here or bringing the hands behind and clasping the hands at the back and opening the chest, looking up to the sky and taking a few breaths here. And you can either stay here, or if you're comfortable, keeping the clasp at the back and then bringing the head down beside the right knee and bringing the hands up towards the sky. Taking a few breaths here. Letting the head hang heavy. And really taking some nice deep breaths. And if you went down, coming all the way back up, joining the hands at the top. And then moving into Chaturanga, so bringing that right leg back into plank. Exhaling down. Inhale, you might want to go up to upward dog, a little bit higher now. And then exhale, downward dog. On the next inhale, bringing the left leg up the back. Left foot in between the hands, coming into warrior one. And joining the hands at the top. Leaning into that left leg. Taking a few nice breaths here. Pressing that right foot into the mat. Activating that right leg at the back. And then if you're comfortable clasping the hands at the back, clasping them the other way around now. So changing the hands around. And then lifting the chest and the head up. And if you did it before and you're comfortable, you can either stay there or coming down, letting the head hang heavy, the hands go up to the sky. Leaning into that left leg. And the next inhale, coming all the way up, joining the hands at the top. And moving into Chaturanga. So popping the hands down, left foot back, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, back into downward dog. Taking a couple of breaths in downward dog. This time taking 3 breaths. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Make these nice loud breaths. Nice big exhales. And then just coming down from here into child's pose, so spreading the knees wide, joining the big toes at the back, and then popping the forehead on the floor. Walking the fingertips forward so you get a nice stretch in the shoulders and the back. And then coming up to all fours, coming up to a seat. I'm just going to finish off with a twist. So sitting cross-legged with the right foot in front. You can either stay here or if you're comfortable, popping the right foot on the side of the left thigh, so on the left side, pressing that foot into the ground, placing the left hand on the ground behind you. Inhaling the right arm up, sitting up nice and tall. Oh, sorry, we're going the wrong way. Right hand on the ground. Inhale the left arm up. And then we're twisting to the right. Sorry. Taking a few breaths here. On the next inhale, just coming back to center, and we're going to switch sides. So starting cross-legged, left foot in front of the right. And then if you're comfortable, so you can either stay there or place the left foot over the right thigh, pressing it into the ground. And then we're going to pop the left hand on the ground this time. Inhale the right arm up, nice and tall, and then twisting towards the left. You can hug that left leg into your chest, using the right arm. Making sure you're not twisting too far so that you can't breathe. Just twisting far enough so that you feel a little bit of a stretch and you can still maintain that nice, smooth breath. On the next inhale, just coming back up to center. And we're going to finish in happy baby. So lying back onto your back, bringing the knees into your chest, grabbing your feet, closing your eyes, and just rolling from side to side. So finishing off where we started. And just acknowledging the time that you've taken today for yourself. Just some nice, gentle movement to release any tension that you've had building up over the weekend. And also reducing overwhelm and coming into Shavasana. So spreading the legs out wide, palms up to the sky, taking a few breaths here before we finish. So sometimes this stillness might make you feel uncomfortable. You might start thinking about everything you've got to do and think that you don't have time to take this time to do this. But it is about breaking that habit, breaking that neural pathway that tells you, I don't have time for this, I can't do this. It's about getting into the habit of taking a little bit of time for yourself and reinforcing to your mind and your body that it can slow down. Just rolling onto your side and coming up to a seat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Guys, I have free discovery sessions at the moment if you would like someone to chat to, especially in regards to overwhelm, anxiety. If you've got gut issues at the moment, I'm more than happy to listen and guide you with that. So my sessions are for actually 45 minutes at the moment, and they're free over the phone. And you can also find out a little bit more about the services that I offer. But it is mainly a session all about you and what's going on for you, and getting clear on what's going on and where you desire to feel or to be with your health and with your life. So it is very beneficial to have these sessions. If you want to book in, just give me a message. And I've got some spots on Thursday, Friday, if you're free then, otherwise next week. All right, have a lovely day. Bye, guys, and thank you for joining, those who joined in.